So restorative exercise is I teach people how to use their bodies in a way that maybe they haven't for a long time, using parts of their body that may not move a lot. And how we heal in our bodies is through movement. So if all of our parts aren't working all together as a whole system, then you can develop pain, you can develop overuse injuries, diseases, all sorts of things. So in my classes, I teach like small, easy, um, available for everyone type exercises that will help you move parts that maybe you haven't moved and learn how to get more movement in throughout your whole day. So movement, our body depends on movement to get blood flow to areas. So when we sit and when we wear shoes and do all the things that are easy and nice for us to do, drive our cars, we don't get near the amount of blood flow and nutrition to our cells. So that's what many parts of our body depend on movement for their healing processes, for their immunity and all sorts of things. So the lack of movement is a real problem. And when we can add more movement into our day, great, but there are specific movements that our body needs for overall health and wellness, and that's another part of what I teach. A lot of people that I've worked with in the past, one of the things that really holds up people is this belief that their body can heal anything. And so some people will put in all of the work and exercises and make big changes in their life, but if they really don't have that underlying belief that their body can do it, then they're not going to make the progress that they could make. And just in my own research and reading over the last few years, I feel like, and even in as I was teaching nursing classes, belief is huge for patients. There's lots of different books you can read about the placebo effect, the nocebo effect, that our beliefs are actually more important than the medicine. And there's been tons of different studies on that. It's really like been an interesting topic that I've been studying the last few years. But I believe that when you believe something, then you'll see it. And so for many people, it might just be a little thing in the class that maybe one of the exercises they'll see makes a huge difference in how they feel the next day. And so just building upon that, when you start to believe in it, then you'll like see real changes. So many people in mental health care and trauma addiction things, many people are in those spaces because of chronic pain. And that's one of the things that I am very focused on in my work, is getting people out of chronic pain, because that can be one of the catalysts or one of the big reasons that maybe they have mental illness, they have addictive tendencies, is because they've got this chronic pain. Some people don't have any pain, but one of the things I've also learned in the last few years is that we can hold trauma, we can hold these negative emotions in our body. And one of the ways that our body processes that is through movement. So learning to move these different parts that we haven't moved can help to release old trauma. It can help to let your body heal itself by moving these parts and bringing healing, mental health healing, and physical healing as well. If you're experiencing chronic pain or even intermittent, you've got this body part that just hurts every now and again, and it really takes a toll on your mental health and what you can do day to day. And even if you think about, we have heard the medical community like touting the amazing mental health benefits of walking and exercise and all those things, but those are really hard to do if you have chronic pain, if you have a knee that's bothering you, or your back is hurting, and you just can't go do those things that are really helpful for your brain that we've learned over the last few years in mental health. So that's one of the things I teach. But yeah, that you don't have to be in pain, and that I like to give people kind of a skill set when they leave my classes, that you'll maybe start to feel something acting up in your body, and you'll know how to then start moving that part in a way that will just promote healing and regeneration all by yourself. Most people come to me because they've got some kind of pain, right? Nobody wants to do the preventative medicine, even though that's been big interest of mine in the last few years for my own self and my family. But we come to see someone because we're in pain. And It can be, I've helped a lot of people with back pain. Back pain is huge in America. There's a study done a few years ago that almost 70% of adults in America in the United States have low back pain. And that is just staggering. It's such a huge problem. So back pain is a big one. Chronic pain. Um, yeah, there's people who've made huge recoveries, different things. It's just pain is kind of our body's, I like to think of it as our body's invitation to change. Even mental health things, it's your body warning you and telling you that something can't go on how it has been and you've got to make a change. So it's our body's invitation to start doing something different. With restorative exercise, like I said, you're kind of learning like a skill set and a tool set of how your body was made to work, how it might have worked had we not worn shoes, sat in chairs, and all those things that we are so comfortable in our lives. So in our classes, we learn to get a little uncomfortable to be more comfortable later. That's one of my mantras in class is you can be comfortable now or you can be comfortable later. And again, nothing in my class is hard or advanced. It's all very gentle, easy movements, but you are going to feel parts of your body that you're like, oh, I didn't even know I had that muscle. So waking up parts of your body. But like you said, it's so important to get that mind body connection, to get back into our bodies. And that's one of the ways that we can really notice um, maybe an injury that's progressing or something that's happening, getting back into our bodies and preventing those things from even happening.